Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. Well, that's for everybody. Don't forget to subscribe. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you learn something new from my channel. But anyway, today I bring to you guys a Cranberry Halo eyeshadow. Anyways, let's get into the tutorial. So of course, as always, I'm going to first go into my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. And another thing too, while we're at it on this primer, I've had this for a couple of months now, and so far this has been great. I have oily skin. Well, I have oily to combination skin, which means it can be very oily at times or it can be very, very dry. So first I'm going to go into this Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. Then using my Morphe 217 brush, I'm going to go into this transition shade called Cashew Chew. And I'm just going to apply, this is just going to be my transition shade. And for my skin, you're really not going to see the transition shade, but trust me, it makes a difference. Strange reason why. I don't know why every year, like right before Christmas, I get sick. Like, not sick, but my throat, like, oh my god, the pain sometimes is unbearable every year, like since I was a little girl. And I always try to Google stuff, but let Google tell it you're dying, so I try not to Google stuff. But yeah, I just need like any suggestions to cure like a sore throat or any just home remedies basically. So if you have any of those, leave them down below for me. I could use anything right about now. Okay, so now with my Morphe Y19 brush, I'm going to dip into my Morphe 35B palette. I'm going to mix this color here and the one right above it for my halo. With the halo, that basically focuses on your outer crease and your inner crease. That's where your colors go. And then you just drag whatever's left on the brush into the center. So I'm going to pack it. This brush is not cooperating. I'm going to go into a smaller brush. And the product does build up, so don't worry if you don't see anything really happen. Like I said, whatever's left, you want to just drag it across. But what I'm going to do is go into a cleaner blending brush, and I'm going to, I think this is, yeah, the Morphe Y17 brush. And using a clean one, I'm just going to drag this across my eyelid. This looks really pink on the brush. This looks really pink for some reason on camera, but it's actually a reddish, oranges undertone. So I'm just going back in and packing more on my lid. And then going back in with that beauty blender. With this blending brush and swiping it across the eye. You don't want to do too much, just a little bit. And I'm going to do just this one eye on camera and do the other one a little later. And now I'm going to go and fill in the center of my eyelid with these two pinky peachy shades. They're peachy. So I'm going to spray some of my setting spray on it. I'm just going to apply it right in the center. On my Y17 brush, I'm just going to swipe that right across. And this is why I always say make sure you have a ton of blending brushes on hand, because you never know what you're going to need. So now I'm going into I'm just using a clean Sigma E40 brush, and I'm just using this as a clean beauty blender. Why do I keep saying beauty blender? Well, blending brush, and just blend everything out. Just going in with a flatter brush. These actually don't have numbers or names on them, but they are out of the Vanity Planner collection. And I'm just going to put this on my bottom lash line. And don't worry if it looks a little messy, because of course we're going to clean it up once we're done. Right now we're just trying to focus on simply applying that makeup. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and finish up this look by applying my lashes and a little bit of eyeliner, and I'm going to complete this other eye for you guys, and I'll be right back. So now that I've applied my lashes, mascara, and eyeliner off camera, now I'm going to go into this Smashbox Studio Skin 15 Hour Hydrating Foundation. I'm in the shade 3.35, and normally in my other videos I do mix my Smashbox with my Makeup Forever, but I think today I'm just gonna go ahead and use the Smashbox by itself, and if necessary I will add a little bit of the Makeup Forever. And don't forget to use your damp beauty blender. I'm just gonna blend it in. Come out a little bit lighter, so I am going to go ahead and just mix a little bit, a tiny bit of that into this foundation. So that's about the closest it seems like I'm going to get to that color. So I'm just going to extend it down my neck, because that's just, I just need to find another shade, honestly. And what was so crazy, when I went to Ulta, they actually had the perfect shade for me in there. It was, I think it was Tarte was the brand. I think Tarte was the brand that she tried out for me on my skin. And it was the perfect match, but of course they sold out. So as always, I'm going to go into my Tarte Straight Tape Concealer, and another thing I recommend too when putting on concealer, I just put it right in the center of my eye, because concealer drags out, and this is so thick. I basically just wanted to cover my dark spots, so. I definitely blend out the foundation right there. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, going into, and I don't know why, going into this pink. No, my beauty blender is not dirty. I happened to just bump it just now with whatever that was on my hand. And another thing, I have the worst luck with these pink beauty blenders. Like, look at this. It's ripped. Every pink beauty blender I get rips. The black, perfectly fine. So I think it's better safe to use the black since it's more pointier. I don't know why I have such bad luck with those beauty blenders, but when I first bought this, I was a little skeptical about how this was going to look on my skin, because sometimes I'm a little more resistant to concealers that are this light. I'm more so of a concealer that's closer to my shade, way closer to my shade. But I decided to go with this because I heard so many good reviews on it. So at first it just looked a little yucky on my skin, but since my skin has healed, which I don't know what happened to it, it's just decided to start acting up on me. So, but anyway, since all this cleared up, I will say one thing about this, it covers really well, especially your dark circles, so I will give it that. And it's very thick. It's a very thick concealer. So now I'm going into this Kat Von D Shade to Light Contour palette. I'm just going to dig into this shade and this shade. I normally mix both, and sometimes I gravitate toward the middle just because I don't want that heavy contour all the time. Me personally, I like to go for a more lenient natural look. So yeah, that's what I do. Oh, powder got on my nose. I'm just gonna apply a little bit around that area of my forehead. And a little bit just under my chin. I don't know what is going on with this lash over here, but it's really starting to bother me. I think I'm going to take it off, redo it. I'm going to redo this lash. Yeah, so whatever. I don't know why it's not fixing, but yeah. Now I'm going to bake with this loose Laura Mercier powder. I'm going to try to make this steady line down my nose, which I never can do, so let's see. Look, cricket. I'm going to go ahead and brush off that powder. Just going to contour my nose a little bit. And I'm going to dip into this NYX blush, and this is in the shade Amber. The Morphe Y17. And as always, my favorite highlighter palette. I'll go into this third highlighter shade. This is a very pigmented highlight, so I don't really like to go in. Now using my Y22 Morphe brush, I'm going to highlight my, I don't even know what this is called, but I'm just going to highlight it. These are just Colourpop lippy sticks, and this is the shade LAX. Okay guys, so this concludes the look. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. I really enjoyed creating this look. I don't know why, but like I said, I'm so in love with this lip. Oh my gosh. But yeah, anyways, as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for watching.